Is there a collection on your credit report that just only reporting to just one credit bureau? Don't worry, I'm going to show you what to do step by step to knock that thing off. So sit back, relax, grab a pen, get some paper, get something to drink. We gonna get straight into it. You only have one collection being reported to one specific bureau. So what should you do? All right, we're going to break down that process. But first things first, the reason why you can dispute with the credit bureaus. All right, there's multiple reasons, but one of the reasons we leverage, or one of the laws we leverage, is 15 USC 1681 EB. Whenever, read it right here, whenever a consumer reporting agency, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, and other people who prepares a consumer report, it shall follow reasonable procedure to ensure maximum possible accuracy of the information concerning the individual about whom the report relates. So basically, what that's saying is TransUnion, Experian, Equifax are supposed to ensure maximum possible accuracy of your credit report, right? Everything's supposed to be complete and accurate, open date, right? Date last active, account number, all these specific balance, everything's supposed to be correct on your credit report. However, most of the times, TransUnion or Experian or Equifax would usually report incorrect information. So you can leverage that to help you remove that account off your credit report. Yes, I understand. Yes, life happens. All right. You might not be able to pay the debt. It went to collection, whatever the case may be. All right. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to show you that, hey, there are laws in place to help you remove accounts from your credit report. All right. Now, I'm not an attorney. Go ahead and read over the laws, for your own understanding. But most importantly, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, all right, are supposed to assure maximum possible accuracy, right? But you can't actually leverage that specific law because, as you see, this collection is only being reported to one specific credit bureau. So what can you do now? You can leverage what we call the FDCPA. All right, you can leverage another law that these collection agencies have to follow. All right. So what you want to do first is just go to 15 USC 1692C. All right. So 15 USC 1692C. All right. 15 USC 1692. This is the FDCPA. Now, what we want to do is just go to this specific one and then click on subchapter. Right. Now, this breaks down all the specific laws that's within the FDCPA. All right. Now, what you want to do is go down to letter C, communication in connection with debt collections. All right. Now, there are multiple laws you can actually leverage. You can read over the specific subsections of the laws that they have to follow. But this is the one that they commonly break, these debt collectors. All right. So go to 15 USC 1692C, communication connection with debt collection. All right. So I'm going to read over some specific laws. I'm not going to read over all these laws because we will be here all day. But communication with the consumer generally. All right. Without the prior consent of the consumer given directly to the debt collector or the express permission of a court of competent jurisdiction, a debt collector may not communicate with a consumer in connection with the collection of any debt, number one, at an unusual time or place, or a time or place known in which should be known to be inconvenient to the consumer. All right. In the absence of knowledge of the circumstances to the contrary, a debt collector shall assume that the convenient time for communicating with a consumer is after 8 o'clock a.m. and before 9 o'clock p.m. local time at the consumer's location. All right. Now, there are multiple things you can read over, but the one that we like to hit on is this one right here. All right. Which is C. All right. Ceasing communication. All right. If a consumer notifies a debt collector in writing that the consumer refused to pay a debt or that the consumer wishes the debt collector cease further communication with the consumer, the debt collector shall never read this over. The debt collector shall not communicate further with the consumer with respect to such debt except one, two. You can read over one, two, three. All right. Now, what does that mean? So you can create a letter. Here's an example, right? You can create a letter to these debt collectors, all right? So, first name, last name, address, all right? Now, if they already sent you a letter, you can still communicate back to them, all right? First name, last name, address, all right? Collection agency's name, the account number, allegedly amount owed, all right? Today's date, and their whatever the collection agency name is, all right? I refuse to pay this collection because I really have a lot going on in my life. All right. Very simple. Sincerely, first name, last name. All right. So you create this letter. Here's what's supposed to happen. When you create this letter and you send it certified, all right, you don't need to add two forms of identification. You send it certified to that collection agency. All right. Here's what's supposed to happen. They're supposed to cut off, as you saw right here, of 15 USC 1692 C, right? They're supposed to cut off communication with you. All right. They're supposed to accept, one, two, three. You can read over these specific things. All right. Now, what usually happens is sometimes, all right, they'll probably remove the collection off your credit report. But sometimes what's going to happen as well is they're going to respond back to you, right? They're going to either call you, they're going to text you, they probably email you, or send you multiple letters trying to still communicate with you. Now, that's a violation, as you saw, of the FDCPA. All right. Now, what you want to do next after that is document every time they actually violate your rights. All right. So here's a debt collection communication log. All right. So you want to put your name right here and the date that if they text you, you want to document um, how did they communicate with you, the phone number, the person, what happened during that communication. All right. Now, if they email you or if they send you a letter, you also want to document every time after you sent that letter. Like, for an example, let's just say you text them and you told them, hey, I refuse to pay this debt. I have a lot going on. Guess what? They're supposed to stop communication from that text message. They're supposed to stop communication. If you call them and tell them, hey, this is an inconvenient time, I have a lot going on, whatever the case may be, whatever you have going on, whatever life, your circumstances, only you know, but they're supposed to stop communication. All right. Now, what you want to do is just document every time they communicate with you. All right. Now, from the time you sent that letter off, and they continue communicating, or if you text them, or if you told them, every time after that, you want to document everything that happened. All right. Now you have two options after they broke the law, right? You can reach out to an attorney in your area, right? You can talk to an attorney in your area, or you can leverage this CFPB to help you. Now, is a CFPB 100% guarantee? No, that's not what I'm saying. However, you can still help you get this collection removed from your credit report, because I know going through the attorney, it does take time, because yes, you help that process of building the case, but they have to do their part. All right. And then once they do their part, it takes a little bit of time, and you might get a little bit of money. You get the debt permanently removed from your credit report. That's between you and an attorney. However, just talking to them, usually that's what happens. But another way you can leverage is a CFPB. And I'm going to walk you through that process of leveraging the CFPB to help you knock that collection off your credit report. All right. So, first things first, here's what you need to do. So, first things first, if you don't have an account with the CFPB, Google CFPB, create your account. Now, once you create the account, you're going to be in the portal. Just click on start new complaint. Now, from there, you're going to be on a screen that looks similar to this. All right. So, what you want to do is just scroll down to the bottom, right? Scroll all the way down to the bottom and click on debt collection. And then from there, you want to scroll down. Now, what type of debt? All right. Auto debt, credit card debt, federal loan, medical, mortgage, payday loan, private student rental, telecommunication, I don't know, other debt. All right. You just pick the one that we're talking about. So, for an example, let's just say telecommunication. All right. Most of the time, now, what we want to do is just click on next. All right. Now, if it's a medical debt, make sure you click on the right one. Right one. All right. So, communication tactics, electronic communications, attempt to collect debt not owed, rent notification about debt, false statement or representation, threaten to contact someone or share information improperly, took or threatened to take negative or legal actions. All right. Now, these are some of the complaints or some of the things that you can do because these are the laws that are in place to help you. But like I said before, the collection agency usually violate these specific laws. So what we want to do is just click on communication tactics. All right. Now, if they did electronic communication where they sent you, let's just say you text them back saying, hey, I refuse to pay this debt. I have whatever going on. Or if they sent you an email and you responded back in that certain way, or let's just say you called them, hey, this is the one you want to use, or the letter, right? So just to say, for an example, communication tactics, and then there, what you want to do is just put your phone number, all right, the phone number debt collector is calling, all right, and then which best describes your problem. Call before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m. Frequent or repeated calls, use obscene, profane or other abusive language. You told them to stop contacting you, but they keep on trying. All right. So which one describes your problem? So the one usually you use this one, or if they did this one, or if they had this, or if they did this one, whatever happened, just pick the one that basically describes your problem. All right. Now, have you tried to fix this problem with this company? Either yes or no. You probably have tried to fix it, told them they continue doing that process. If you haven't, then you click on no. But let's just say, for an example, did you request information from the company? Either yes or no. Most of the time, it's going to be no. And then from there, what you want to do is just click on next. All right. Now, what you're going to do now is basically tell, like, what we learned in school, who, what, when, how, everything that happened. All right. All the dates. All right. So, from the time you sent off your first letter saying, "Hey, I refuse to pay this debt," all right, I've sent this letter off to the debt collection, the collection agency, right? Now, here's what transpired after that. They violated this law, this law, this law, this law. All right. They kept on contacting me after I told them not to contact me according to like everything that happened. All right. And just tell them everything that happened. All right. And then from there, what you want to do is just what would be a fair resolution. All right. Delete collection, or just put the collection that you want to get removed from your credit report. Remove collection from my credit report. All right. Then attach documents. Now, here's what you can attach. You can attach the letter um, that you sent the first time. Also, you can screenshot whatever you have, and you can also send a communication log as well. Is You can send a communication log as well that you can document everything that they violated. All right, so you can put all that on a specific document, and then from there, what you want to do is just click on next. All right, now what you want to do is actually look up the collection agency that you filed a complaint about. All right. So now what you want to do is look up the collection agency that you filed a complaint with. All right. So I'm just saying, for an example, Midland Portfolio, whatever the case may be, Midland Collection Agency. All right. Put the account number and then your social, right? Account number. That's the collection count number. And then your last four, your social. All right. Is the company where this debt came from different than the company entered above? All right. Most of the time, it's probably yes. All right. So, company where the debt originally came from. So, what's the company's name? Is it under, just put whatever the company's name that the original debt belongs to. And then this company should receive the complaint as well. It's up to you, optional. Have you already tried to fix this problem with this company? Either yes or no. That's up to you. All right. Then you just click on next. And then once you click on next, what you want to do is just document everything. Make sure everything is correct. All right. Your name, address, make sure everything, your email, everything is correct. The complaint, then submit. And then you just wait.